This is a non-stop grind. These pots are crab pots, and it's just this all day long. The bait for these is just bunker. So we measure him here, go point to point. That's over 6 inches, so he goes in the #1 basket. The blue claw crabs are the best crab to eat.
It is good. It brings back a lot of memories from when he was growing up, and I wish he'd be out here than doing what he's doing. But it's not meant for everyone. I had this specially built in 1983 by a local boat builder. It's the only one of its kind. It's the only one he made.
I grew up on this thing. I remember when the paint was fresh on this.
And it has great carrying capacity for moving gear. That's probably the most important part of the boat, besides a stable work platform.
I got a lot of good memories about this boat, so every time I get on it, it's nostalgic for me, just because I grew up on it. You know, this is part of my childhood and my early adult years were spent right here with him. Hello there. Would you like a bunker? There we go. Do you want another one? I'll give you another one. Would you like it? Okay. There we go.
That is good.
Come here. Come here. Come on. Come here. Will you come here and eat this? There we go. That was pretty cool. Come on. Hello there. I'm pulling pots now and shaking so that Carlos can get skin and blowfish. He's better at it than I am, and I've pulled a lot of crab pots in my life. Some of the richest people on Long Island live right here, and we're in their backyard catching blowfish and catching blue claw crabs. I mean, just 100 yards offshore. So it's kind of neat, the dichotomy between someone who lives in a multi-million-dollar house and my dad who doesn't, is probably the best way to put that. One pot goes over, and Dad times it so that we're right at the next pot by the time I get done working the first one. So there's this guy on the internet named Luke McFadden. He crabs in Chesapeake Bay. He's a pretty big deal. So this is my attempt to be as big a deal as he is. So you can see in the male, the inside of the claw is blue, and that has that shape. This female, the claw is red and has that shape. So that's the difference between the male crab and the female crab. So she pulled out of this one and backed out of this small shell when she was soft. So her whole body fit inside this. And then the longer that she's in the salt water, the harder her shell will get. So, but these are the delicacy of soft shell crabs. This is where they come from. This crab came out of here. So that's the growth of the blue claw crab. This shed in the pot. Absolutely delicious. This one's a leatherback, so this one's been in the pot. It probably shed yesterday, or it might even been the day before after we picked these. So this wouldn't be good for eating. They're so expensive because of the amount of work that goes into shedding them. You have to put them in a shedding tank and monitor them every couple hours, so as soon as they come out of this, when they're butter soft, that you could take them out of the water. It stops that hardening process, and then they become a delicious delicacy. Holy cow, that pot's heavy. Pulling and shaking and setting and pulling and shaking and setting. After a while, you get used to it. Just like any other workout, you'll be sore the first couple days out here. So those are all eggs on there. So these we throw back, which also stops her from biting me.
Other fishermen that aren't doing well, don't have money for equipment, they'll come 15 miles away or another part of the island, load a boatload of pots and take them where they live. And the chances of me finding them are slim and none. You can see the buoy for a half a mile, but they run it over and say, I didn't see it, on a black calm day with no reflection. I probably lose $10,000 to $15,000 worth of gear a year.
And that doesn't count stuff that gets worn out just from use.
It's very, very frustrating.
This is nothing but physical work straight. Between setting pots, pulling pots like this, shaking pots. It's all because there's weight on this coming through the water, up over the side, shaking that, moving it over here. There's rebar all around the edge here that gives it weight so that when you set it, that it goes down right.
I'm gonna knock on wood. I've never had a commercial fishing violation in 65 years, not even one. Not even a warning.
Mr. Hampton, hello there. Hello.
We got a pretty good catch. I think we did good. Probably got a 150-pound of blowfish or 170. 5 bushel of crabs, 6, probably almost 100 pounds of conchs. So I would say it's very good. This used to be a big fish company that has gone out of business, and I just rent space here to run my operation. Yeah, I got conch here, maybe 150 pounds or so or more.
I've packed like an hour.
Yeah, no problem. I'll definitely be here.
All right, ready. Yeah.
Okay, right, bye. This wonderful flip phone, and keeps things very simple. It's a little hectic because I'm limited in the time I can be here. Usually I do 2 hours a day, from 3 to 5, trying to make everybody happy. At 5 o'clock, that gives me a 12-hour day, and that's enough, you know, at my age. So 12 times 7 is 84 hours a week if I can get home early. So that's 2 full-time jobs and 4 or 5 hours overtime. And what would you like, sir? How many crabs?
2 dozen.
2 dozen large? We got them today. I didn't have them yesterday. These are beautiful crabs. You're gonna like these. That'd be $60. You're gonna enjoy them. They're probably the nicest ones I got this year.
Okay.
Size seems to be getting a little bigger every time I go out. 10 pounds. Oh, over.
Oh, God, you're way off.
I know. 132 pounds. Let me write up a ticket. It gets hectic. Of course, you got to have everything iced and washed, and you're getting interruptions from retail customers. And then there was another crabber who can't catch enough crabs. I didn't even get the crabs off the boat. He grabbed 2 bushel. So I'm down to 1 bushel left for a store that wants 5, and which is wonderful. But I don't have time to catch these crabs at the price that the market is doing right now. I just do that as a favor to my customers that have been with me all year, and just so they have crabs for their retail store and they don't lose their customers. And over the long term, the course of the year, it'll work out for both of us. But just to cut somebody off and then they're stuck with no crabs, you shouldn't do that as a businessman, just as a person in general.